The moment this message begins, it feels like something long sealed has finally started to open, not in a dramatic way, but in a quiet shift that changes everything at once. Somewhere, someone is standing at the edge of a decision they can no longer delay, carrying a tension that has been building for far too long. Their thoughts keep drifting back to you, not in fragments, but in a continuous loop that they can't seem to break. Every attempt they make to focus on anything else slips away almost immediately, as if their mind refuses to cooperate with distance anymore. What once felt manageable to ignore now feels impossible to silence. They are not acting out of impulse alone, but out of a growing realization that avoidance has become heavier than honesty itself. Even their ordinary moments are interrupted by sudden flashes of memory, small details, conversations, and unspoken pauses that now feel more meaningful than they did before. At one point, even mid-conversation with someone else, they paused completely, overwhelmed by a thought of you that arrived without warning. That is how persistent this has become. The emotional resistance they once relied on has started to weaken, replaced by clarity they didn't ask for but can no longer unsee. And at the center of it all is a simple, undeniable understanding forming slowly within them. The connection they feel toward you is not something they can easily dismiss, replace, or rationalize away. And this realization didn't arrive softly. It hit them like a thunderclap, shaking them awake, pushing them to act before fate takes you away from them. They know that if they don't make their move right now, they might lose the one person they're terrified to lose, you. But here's where the twist begins. This bold move they're planning isn't small, isn't ordinary, and isn't something they can take back once they step into it. This is not a simple call, or a text, or an apology. This is a move that will make people around them gasp, question, whisper, and even attempt to interfere. They are about to choose you over the opinions of those they've always obeyed. They're about to walk away from something or someone they've been attached to for years. They're about to take a risk that will shock the people who thought they knew them. This isn't bravery, it's desperation, wrapped in love. They've reached a point where staying away from you feels worse than anything else. Someone close to them recently said something that triggered everything. Something about you that made them feel protective, angry, and awakened. For the first time, they saw clearly what they stand to lose if they hesitate any longer. That single moment pushed them into a decision they never believed they would make. And now, as you're listening, they are pacing, breathing heavily, imagining what they will say when they finally stand in front of you. They rehearse different versions of the same confession, different beginnings, different ways to explain the storm inside their chest. They wonder if they should tell you the real reason they stayed away, or if they should admit that they were scared of their feelings, scared of judgment, scared of how real you felt. But the more they think, the more they understand that this moment won't wait. Something is pulling them toward you with a force so magnetic that even they can't resist. They don't know if you will welcome them or reject them. They don't know if you've moved on or if you're still waiting. But they're ready to risk their heart, risk their comfort, risk their image just to stand near you again. That's how powerful you've become in their life, enough to make them defy everything they believed they had under control. Right now, they're preparing for something that will change both of your lives. They're making a choice that no one expects, a move that will leave people shocked and confused. They've reached a point of no return. They might show up without warning. They might call you at a time you least expect. They might send you a message that will leave your hands shaking. They might confront someone who tried to keep them away from you. But mark this moment. This is the exact second when destiny rewrites itself. Someone is done holding back. Someone is done pretending. Someone is stepping out from the shadows into the light of a reality they can no longer run from. They want you. My beloved child, before you blink, something powerful is aligning around you, an unseen wave pulling two destinies closer, with a force neither of you can resist. The person who once hesitated, doubted, overthought, and ran from their own emotions is now standing at the edge of a decision that will rewrite everything about their life. They're no longer thinking in whispers, they're thinking in lightning. Their fear is still there, yes, but it's shrinking beneath the weight of what they feel for you. Today, for the first time, they admitted something they've been terrified to speak aloud. If I don't go to them now, I'll regret it for the rest of my life. Those words shook something deep inside them, something that has been dormant for far too long. That is why their heartbeat has been louder, their hands restless, their mind sharper. They've stopped caring about who agrees or disagrees. They are preparing themselves for a decision that feels final in their mind, as if hesitation has already lost its place. It isn't coming from a single thought, but from a build-up of moments that suddenly aligned in a way they could no longer ignore. Earlier today, something small yet strangely powerful shifted their perspective. An old memory resurfaced, an unexpected reminder, or a brief encounter with something that carried your presence in it. It didn't feel dramatic on the surface, but it landed deeply, the kind of moment that stays longer than expected. In that quiet pause afterward, they found themselves unusually still, as if their thoughts had temporarily stopped arguing and started agreeing for once. What followed was a clearer understanding of their own emotional state, one they had been avoiding acknowledging fully. Distance hasn't reduced what they feel. It has only made it more noticeable, more persistent, and harder to dismiss. You have remained present in their mind, in a steady, unbroken way, shaping their reactions even when they try to focus elsewhere. With every passing day, the excuses they once relied on feel less convincing, replaced instead by a growing awareness that avoidance has its own emotional cost. At the same time, they are beginning to notice something external shifting as well. Someone close to them seems to be picking up on this change in behavior. The way they respond, the way their attention drifts, the way their priorities subtly shift has not gone unnoticed, and it is creating tension in the background that they now have to navigate alongside their own feelings. This third person is worried, confused, maybe even threatened, because they realize the grip they once had is slipping. They feel the distance growing. They know something is about to break, and they fear that the bold move being prepared is going to pull this person completely out of their reach. This silent panic from someone else is only giving your person more clarity. It's proving how real this connection is. It's proving that their heart was never tied to anyone else the way it's tied to you. And whether someone approves or not, this move is already in motion. It cannot be undone. It cannot be stopped. And now, as you're still watching, your person is rehearsing the moment in their mind, over and over again. They're imagining the place where they will confront their truth. They're imagining the look in your eyes when they finally speak. They're imagining the relief of unburdening their chest. They want to tell you everything they hid, everything they felt, everything they tried to escape from. They want to tell you why they couldn't step forward before. They want to admit that their silence had reasons, but none of those reasons were strong enough to erase what they feel for you. Their heart is beating with a mixture of fear and determination. They don't know how you'll react. They don't know if you'll open the door or shut it. But they're ready to face whatever comes, because the desire to be with you has become stronger than any fear they've ever known. Stay with me, because the moment they take this step, everything will accelerate. A message could arrive unexpectedly. A call might come out of nowhere. They might show up physically, unannounced, surprising even themselves with the courage they never knew they had. This is not an ordinary move. This is not an impulsive reaction. This is the culmination of every buried emotion, every quiet longing, every sleepless night they spent thinking of you. Their move will reveal everything. Their intentions, their truth, their heart. And when it happens, you will feel the shift instantly, like destiny finally catching up. My beloved child, in this very moment, a quiet storm is building inside someone's heart, an intensity they can no longer hide, no matter how hard they try. They've reached a point where pretending doesn't work, distractions don't help, and silence feels like punishment. Every hour today has felt heavier for them, as if the universe itself is pushing them toward a truth they can't run from anymore. They're pacing, thinking, replaying every moment they shared with you, and something inside them keeps whispering one thing again and again. If I don't make my move now, I will lose them forever. That whisper is growing louder, stronger, almost unbearable. Their chest feels tight, not out of fear, but out of urgency, because they know time is shifting, destiny is rotating like a lock, and one wrong delay could close the door they desperately want to walk through. They've never felt this kind of emotional pressure before, and it's all because the thought of losing you scares them more than anything they've ever faced. A major realization hit them recently, one they didn't expect, and it shocked them. They discovered that no matter how many people stand around them, no matter how loud their environment gets, nothing feels right unless it connects back to you. They tried ignoring it. They tried convincing themselves that it was just a phase. They even tried hiding behind responsibilities, relationships, or pride. But none of that held up. Instead, each attempt only pulled them deeper into the truth they've been avoiding. You are the person their soul keeps choosing. Not their mind, not their impulses, their soul. And once a soul makes its choice, no amount of distance, silence, or interference can dilute that connection. That realization shook them. It terrified them. But more than anything, it awakened them. And now they understand that destiny isn't waiting for them anymore. Destiny is demanding action. But here's where their fear grows. Someone around them has sensed this inner shift, and this person is worried. Very worried. This individual, someone who wanted control, influence, or attention from them, is noticing the way their thoughts drift, the way their eyes don't focus, the way they suddenly go silent when your name crosses their mind. The tension around them doesn't go unnoticed anymore, and even the people closest can sense that something has shifted. There's a quiet change in how they carry themselves, in the way their attention no longer stays where it used to, and in the way their thoughts seem to drift elsewhere even in the middle of conversations. It's subtle on the surface, but unmistakable when observed closely. For the third person watching this unfold, that realization creates unease, not because they can control anything, but because they can see something slipping beyond their influence. And strangely, that reaction only brings more clarity to the person at the center of it all. It confirms what has already been forming inside them for some time. Their emotional direction has changed, and it isn't something external pressure can easily reverse. What they are feeling now is no longer quiet or avoidable. It has grown into something steady, persistent, and increasingly difficult to suppress. They are fully aware that any decision they make next will have consequences, that it will disrupt expectations and possibly unsettle others around them. That awareness is present, but it no longer holds the same weight it once did. The hesitation that used to slow them down is being replaced by a firm sense of resolve, shaped by everything they have held back for too long. The distance, the silence, and the restraint have all reached their limit, leaving behind a single direction that feels clearer than anything before. And what is building now is not just an intention, but a turning point that cannot be described as ordinary or casual in any sense. This move is going to reveal their intentions in a way that will leave you stunned. They might show up unexpectedly, They might confront the person who blocked their path. They might break away from something they once thought was unbreakable. But one thing is certain, this move is happening soon, very soon. You will feel the energy shift. You will sense their presence. You will see the signs aligning. And in that moment, everything will become clear. Someone is ready to step into your life with a boldness you never imagined. Someone is ready to choose you openly, fiercely, and fearlessly. My beloved child, something extraordinary is building behind the scenes. Something so intense, so unstoppable, that if you could see it with your eyes, you wouldn't believe how far this person is about to go just to reach you. Their heart is no longer whispering, it's roaring like a storm that refuses to settle. They have reached a breaking point where holding back feels like suffocating, and every second without you feels like a lifetime slipping away. Today, they looked at themselves in the mirror and didn't recognize the person staring back. The hesitation, the fear, the doubt, it's all fading. What's replacing it is a fierce determination, a fire they cannot control, a courage they never knew they had. They're not preparing a small step, they're preparing a life-altering leap, and they know, once they take it, nothing will ever be the same again. Something triggered them recently, something big, something emotional, something that hit them harder than they expected. It could have been a moment of loneliness, a sudden reminder of you, a dream that felt too real, or a conversation that shook their entire world. Whatever it was, it didn't just wake them up. It flipped their entire emotional universe upside down. They realize that pretending they're okay without you is a lie they can't sustain. They realize that waiting for the right time is only giving fate a chance to steal you away. And that realization hit them like lightning. It made them sit down, hold their head, and think deeply about what truly matters. And every thought, every fear, every memory led them back to one truth. They want you, and they're ready to move toward you with a boldness that will shock everyone who thinks they know them. But the twist is darker, deeper, and more intense than you imagine. Someone close to them is starting to panic. This third person senses the shift. They feel the emotional earthquake happening. They see your person withdrawing, choosing silence over conversation, choosing distance over routine, choosing isolation over interaction. They notice the sudden change in energy, the sudden seriousness in their eyes, the sudden protectiveness when your name comes up. This third person is afraid. Afraid because they know they're losing control. They know the connection between you two is too powerful to stop. They know that once this bold move is made, they will be erased from your person's priorities. This fear is so visible that your person is picking up on it, and instead of pulling them back, it's pushing them further toward clarity. They see the truth now. Your presence brings peace, while others bring pressure, and that contrast is louder than any opinion or expectation. Right now, your person is preparing something they've never done for anyone. They're envisioning the moment where they finally show up, mentally, physically, emotionally, with a truth so raw, it will leave you stunned. They're rehearsing what they will say, not because they want it to be perfect, but because they want it to be honest. They're imagining the expression on your face when they reveal everything they've held inside. They're imagining the shock on people's faces when they choose you openly. They're imagining the freedom they'll feel once they stop hiding their feelings. But beneath all this planning, one emotion is dominating their entire being: urgency. A sense that if they wait any longer, they might lose you to silence, time, or someone else. And that possibility terrifies them more than any fear they've ever faced. Stay with me, because their bold move is not just a confession. It's a declaration, a breaking of chains, a rejection of limits, a final step is beginning to form in their mind, not as something sudden, but as the result of everything they have been holding back for too long. It feels less like a choice and more like a realization they can no longer delay. Whatever they leave behind, whoever they disappoint, or whatever changes follow next, is no longer at the center of their hesitation in the same way it once was. What has taken its place is a stronger internal pull toward honesty and action, something they can feel building steadily rather than fading away. There is a quiet intensity in the way they carry themselves now, as if an internal threshold has already been crossed even if nothing external has happened yet. The pressure of silence, uncertainty, and emotional restraint has been accumulating for so long that it has begun to transform into motion. Not chaotic motion, but focused intent. They are fully aware that this direction will not go unnoticed, and that reactions from others may follow. But that awareness no longer stops them the way it used to. The emotional weight of staying still has started to feel heavier than the weight of moving forward. In their most honest moments, they recognize that what they are moving toward is not just a person or a situation, but a state of truth they can no longer keep postponing. Something inside them has shifted into acceptance rather than conflict, and from that shift, a decision is slowly taking shape, quiet, firm, and increasingly difficult to reverse. Every heartbeat since has been preparing them for a bold step that will not only shock you, but will shock everyone watching from the sidelines. The truth they've been hiding is deeper than you know. Behind their calm face, behind their controlled expressions, behind their silence, they've been fighting emotions that are too strong to cage. They've tried pushing you out of their mind, but every time they do, something pulls you back in, harder, louder, more intensely than before. It's as if the universe keeps placing signs in their path, forcing them to face the reality that you are not just someone. They are emotionally anchored to you in a way that defies logic, and the more they ignore it, the stronger it becomes. They're starting to realize that destiny doesn't wait forever, opportunities don't stay open forever, and hearts don't stay patient forever. That realization hit them with a force they were not ready for. It made their hands tremble. It made their pulse spike. It made them understand that the window is closing, and if they don't act now, something in their soul will break. But let me reveal the hidden tension playing out in their world. Someone around them is making things even more intense. This third person, jealous, threatened, insecure, is watching your person's emotional shift like a hawk. They see the distance growing. They see the way your person zones out, lost in thoughts they can't control. They feel the emotional detachment, and they know, without being told, that the bold move your person is preparing has everything to do with you. This third person is trying subtle tricks, guilt, manipulation, emotional pressure, fake concern, but none of it is working anymore. Your person is not responding the way they used to. In fact, their reactions are changing sharply. Their patience is thinning. Their tolerance is fading. Their focus is drifting away from everyone except you. And this shift is not reversible. Once someone realizes who their heart beats for, no amount of interference can erase that clarity. Right now, as you read this, they are mentally preparing themselves for the moment of truth. They've played out the scene in their mind 1,000 times. They imagine where they might stand when they finally speak to you. They imagine the words they'll use, the tone of their voice, the way their hands might shake from the intensity. They're scared, but not of you. They're scared of how much they feel for you. They're scared of what this move will change. They're scared of the emotions that will spill out once they finally drop the mask. But despite that fear, something stronger is rising. Determination, a fierce, unshakable determination to stop running, stop hiding, stop pretending. What's building here isn't about theatrics or shock value. It's about someone reaching the point where holding things inside has started to feel heavier than expressing them. The intention forming within them is simple at its core: to speak honestly, without filtering every word through fear or hesitation anymore. They no longer see this as something meant to impress or create an impact, but rather as a necessary release of everything they have kept unspoken for too long. There's a growing readiness in the way they think about you now, not rushed, but increasingly certain. The idea of staying silent has started to feel unnatural to them, almost like carrying something that no longer belongs hidden. Whether it comes through a message, a conversation, or a direct meeting, the direction is toward openness rather than avoidance. Even the thought of delay feels less acceptable than it once did. They are also beginning to confront the parts of their situation they have been avoiding: emotional attachments, unresolved feelings, and the internal conflict that has followed them for a while. Instead of pushing it aside, they are slowly leaning into it, accepting that clarity requires discomfort first. Whatever happens next will not feel small to them, and it will not feel neutral to you either. It represents a turning point in how they choose to express what has been building inside them. And once that expression finally happens, it naturally reshapes the dynamic between both sides, not through drama, but through truth finally being spoken out loud. My beloved child, the moment you began listening, the energy around you started rearranging itself, quietly, powerfully, almost as if destiny pressed an unspoken command into someone's heart. That command is growing stronger by the second. The person who has been wrestling with their feelings, hiding their emotions, and pretending to be unaffected is no longer able to contain what's happening inside them. Their soul is restless, their mind is overflowing, their heart is beating in a rhythm that screams one thing: go to them, now. They've reached a point where the silence is too loud, the distance is too painful, and the thought of you slipping away feels like a nightmare they refuse to allow. Every step they take today feels controlled by something bigger than fear, something bigger than doubt. It feels like destiny is dragging them to the doorway of truth, demanding that they make the bold move they've been running from. A powerful sign hit them recently, something unexpected, emotional, and impossible to ignore. It might have been a conversation that exposed the emptiness they feel without you. It might have been a message they stumbled upon. It might have been a memory so vivid it brought tears to their eyes. Or it might have been a moment where they felt your presence so strongly that it shook their entire being. That sign didn't just remind them of you, it reminded them of who they are when they're with you. It reminded them of the person they're becoming because of you. And that realization awakened them in a way they never imagined. Suddenly, everything around them looks different. The things they tolerated now irritate them. The people they once listened to now feel irrelevant. The directions they were following now feel wrong. All paths lead back to you, every thought, every emotion, every heartbeat. But the tension around them is rising. Someone close to them, someone who felt secure, someone who believed they had influence, someone who never wanted your person to drift toward you, is now panicking. This third person senses the emotional storm building inside your person. They see the changes, the distance, the silence, the withdrawal. They can feel the shift, like a cold wind signaling a coming storm. They are trying everything: sweet words, emotional traps, sudden concern, guilt, even manipulation. But your person isn't responding anymore. Not the way they used to. Not with the same loyalty or fear. Their heart is no longer in that place. Their emotions are no longer tied there. Their soul is pulling them somewhere else, toward you. And that pull is so strong that no interference, no pressure, no guilt can stop it. Right now, your person is imagining the moment where everything changes. They're thinking about what they will say when they stand in front of you, raw and vulnerable. There's a strong emotional build-up in what they're going through, almost like they are rehearsing a moment they can no longer postpone. In their mind, they are already facing you, trying to find the right words, imagining how difficult it might be to speak without their emotions getting in the way. It isn't about creating an impression or delivering something dramatic. It's about finally letting what has been held inside come out in a way that feels honest and unfiltered. They are becoming increasingly aware of how much weight silence has added over time. What once felt easier to avoid now feels heavier than confronting it directly. The thought of finally speaking the truth brings both nervousness and a strange sense of relief, as if acknowledging everything out loud might finally allow them to breathe more freely. There is a growing clarity in their mind that whatever they have been holding on to cannot remain unspoken forever. Whether it's through a message, a conversation, or a direct encounter, the direction of their thoughts is shifting toward openness rather than restraint. They are no longer as focused on consequences as they are on the need for honesty. At the same time, they are also confronting the reality of their own emotions, what they feel, why they have been holding back, and what they can no longer ignore. This inner shift is what makes their next step feel significant to them, not because it is theatrical, but because it represents a personal turning point. Whatever comes next will change how things are understood between them and you, not through intensity alone, but through the simple act of finally saying what has been left unsaid for too long.